Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. I'm Rachel, and if you are new here, a little bit about our channel is that we like to share tips, tricks, and hacks about our family life, things that we've learned over the past 6.5 years of being parents, as well as reviews on products that we love, and just a little bit about our life in general as parents of 3. If that sounds like something you are interested in, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified when we release new videos each week, hit the bell. Okay, let's go ahead and get started in today's video. Today's video is going to be on tips on how to wake up earlier in the morning. All of us are busy, we have a lot going on in our lives, and sometimes you can capitalize on that morning time by getting some alone time and just a head start on the day. So I want to give you some tips and tricks that I have that I use in order to get up early in the morning to either work out or just start my day before my kids. Okay, so the first tip is going to be using a journal to do a brain dump at the end of every night. So let me explain that a little bit more. So I like to use a journal. I just have one in my nightstand that I like to write down things that just are going on in my head in no specific order or just anything really. I don't necessarily journal and talk about my day as much as I write down things that I need to know, remember, that are popping into my head. I'll also use that journal if I wake up in the middle of the night and something's bothering me. I'll just write it down so that I don't forget it, because there's nothing worse than getting to the point where you're getting ready to go to bed and you want to be rested, but you're thinking, okay, I'm in bed now. I needed to go to Target tomorrow and pick up something for one of the kids for school the next day, or we're running out of diapers. I need to put that in my grocery cart, or whatever it is, just anything that's on your mind, maybe something that you need to talk to your spouse about with your schedule, or just a family vacation idea that you have, just anything like that can be written down, and that will allow you to rest easy and fall asleep easier just because you're not thinking about it all. If you write it down, you can always pull that journal up and reference it at a later time. When you're awake and you're up and you're just doing things, rather than having to deal with those items as you are resting, getting into bed, and trying to go to sleep. So if you're able to journal and brain dump, then you are able to rest easier, and that will always help you wake up earlier because you'll just be rested. My next tip to waking up earlier is to find something to look forward to. So this can be something as small as a cup of coffee. For me, I love coffee, and I specifically like my own coffee. I don't even like to go to coffee shops. I just like my coffee and the way that I make it. So I really get happy in the morning when I get to go get my cup of coffee. It makes me happy. So whether that's meditating, or if that's a book that you're gonna read for a little bit before the kids get up, or a podcast that you wanna listen to, or maybe you wanna get something done, or maybe it's a project that you're trying to work on that's not necessarily something that you can do when all the kids are awake. So just something that you can wake up and look forward to that's gonna get you out of bed. You get to work on that project, you get to drink your coffee, you get to have a breakfast or some alone time before the kids wake up in the morning. All of those things can help you look forward to waking up and getting out of bed earlier. So the next thing I want to talk about is finding your motivation. So this is a little similar to the last thing I talked about, but this is really something like, what is your motivation to get up early? For me, it's working out. I know that when I work out, I feel better. And when I feel better, I'm a better mom. And so I feel like all of that is my motivation to get up. If I can get out of bed, do my workout, then I know that my workout is done for the day and I don't have to worry about it the rest of the day. So for me, that's my motivation. Also, when I wake up, when my alarm goes off, then I know that I can get my workout done completely before my kids wake up. But if I hit snooze a few times, I know that before my workout is done, I'm gonna have some kids come in and they're gonna be helping me lift some weights and do some things in the living room, which is fine, but it also makes things a little tougher. So it's good for me to know that my motivation is working out. Your motivation can be, maybe you are starting a business. So maybe you wanna wake up in the morning and just have some alone time and really get a head start to your day. Or maybe you have a project or just anything that you're working on that you really don't want any interruptions on. Just finding the motivation to get out of bed will really help you have that desire to get up earlier. Another way of looking at it is really, what can you get done in the time that you have in the morning before everyone wakes up? So just finding your motivation and thinking about what can be done. A workout, meditation, reading the Bible, reading a book, starting on that project. All of those things can really help you get the motivation to get out of bed in the morning. The next tip I have to help you wake up earlier is to have a good bedtime routine. So I always say, in order to wake up earlier, it all starts the night before. So a good bedtime routine can really help you get settled in and to bed early enough so that you can wake up early enough. So that can be a bath. For me, I like to take baths. I don't get to take one every night, but at least once a week, usually I'm able to get in the bathtub and just really relax and have a whole period of time just like by myself and really winding down. So if that's a bath for you, or just a good hot shower, or maybe you like to drink tea before bed, maybe you're journaling or using your journal to brain dump, or whatever it is, just find a good bedtime routine that can lead your body to knowing that you are going to be going to sleep soon and wind you down so that you can get to bed at a good time and then fall asleep and rest well and then wake up early. The next thing to remember when you're trying to wake up earlier is just know that it gets easier. The first few weeks of doing it, you might really be miserable, and that's okay, but just know that if you are starting a new routine in the morning and you are maybe working out, once you really get in the habit of working out, you're really gonna feel like you need to do that workout. You're actually gonna start to not feel good when you don't do the workout, and so that's really gonna kind of change things for you. That's when things change and it just starts to get a lot easier. Maybe you are working on a book or starting a business and really just spending that time working on something, and once you start to see that progress, it's really going to make it easier for you to get up earlier. You're going to be able to see what you were able to do during that time that you woke up earlier. Another thing that will help you get out of bed earlier each day will be tracking your progress. So say you want to work out 4 days a week and it is the last day of the week and you didn't get to that fourth workout yet. You are going to want to get out of bed because you want to hit that fourth day for the week. Or maybe you're working out 7 days and you're just trying to go as many days as you can in a row. You're going to want to get out of bed because you're going to want to keep that progress going. You're going to want to keep crossing off those days. Maybe you're trying to meditate, every day of the month. And so you're going to know that if you don't get out of bed early enough to get that thing done, then it's going to mess up your track record. So you're really going to want to get out of bed to keep that going. Just tracking your progress. If you're trying to get a certain number of things done, that is something that will help you. And the last thing is going to be a tip that I feel like everybody has heard before, but this is if you have trouble getting out of bed in the morning, to put your phone or whatever you use for an alarm across the room so that you have to get out of bed in order to turn it off. Once you're already out of bed, most of the time you won't crawl back in there because you're already standing, you're already up. And so it's always good to give yourself that push. Something that I do sometimes is I will set an alarm for like 30 minutes before I actually have to get up so that I can wake up and think, okay, I have 30 minutes to sleep and I'm allowing myself more time to sleep, and then I actually get up. Some people might not like that because that'll just interrupt your sleep, but sometimes that works for me if I'm having a lot of trouble because I'm tired or something. So that's always something good to think about. All right, guys, so I hope those tips will help you to wake up earlier, and remember just to set some goals and give yourself some grace because it's hard and it's early. And I know that if you have to wake up in the 4 o'clock hour, the 5 o'clock hour, that is super early. And sometimes kids wake up and those things don't work out for you in the morning when your alarm goes off and you just can't get out of bed. Give yourself grace. Just know that it gets easier with time and the more that you do it, and just try again the next day. So I hope this helped you out, and thank you for watching, and we like to leave you with a positive quote each week. If you guys like this video, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you want to see more from the Family 5 Quick Tips, hit the bell. And remember, be happy, have fun, and enjoy the season of life you're in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.